Hi, I'm Tina Trenner, and this is Pahrump Now. Nye County, I come to you today with a heavy heart. I'm going to try and get through this. As you've probably heard, we lost Dennis Hoff yesterday. Dennis, on a personal note, was one of the nicest persons I've ever known. What attracted me to Dennis was his love of animals and his kindness towards other people. He was really not a judgmental person. I tend to be that way sometimes, so I admire people who aren't. He had an open heart. He had been very, very successful in life. God had been good to him and graced him with much. And instead of hoarding it and keeping it all for himself, he wanted to give back. And he gave back in many, many ways. He gave to charities. But he wanted to give back to you, to Nye County. He wanted to give back to Nevada because he loved Nevada like nothing else. He came here 40-some years ago from Arizona, and he made this his home. And he loved every person. He loved every rock, every sagebrush in this state. And of course, the state was really good to him. And he had a lot of different interests. One of the things that people have come down on him about is the brothels. Well, I went out to Love Ranch yesterday. You know, they talk about how the girls are abused, the girls don't this, that. I watched the most heartbroken girls crying, wailing, not crying, wailing their hearts out at the loss of this man. And one girl said, people don't even know who we are. And they make assumptions. We loved him. He kept us safe. He watched out for us. Well, he was doing that for all of Nye County and for District 36, but in the big picture, he was looking at the state of Nevada. He didn't want you to pay overtaxed. He didn't want you to live in a state that was controlled. He wanted you to keep your guns. He wanted to help the wild horses. He just had a vision. Dennis had a huge vision for what he wanted to do, and he would have accomplished every bit of it. But instead, we've lost him. But we are going to move forward. We're not going to allow this. I'm having a hard time getting through this, folks. I really am. It's coming from my heart, and my heart is broken. He was a remarkable human being. I worked with him for 3 years, and I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you the truth. I didn't want to meet him the first time someone said, oh, you got to meet Dennis Hoff. I went, no, I don't think so. Because that was my first reaction. Well, I was wrong. After I met him, and I knew him for a very short period of time, we became friends. And the other night, at his birthday party at the Nugget, he hugged me, and I hugged him, and he said, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And we were sincere. We loved each other as the best of friends. And he had so many friends. And they're coming from everywhere, and we're hearing from people. My phone hasn't stopped. Texting, phone calls, sympathy. How does one person create that much emotion? By being a really, really super good person. We've been working on how to keep his dream alive, his vision moving forward. And we're coming up with a thing that says, do it for Dennis. And we're going to be talking about what that means in the next segment. This segment is about Dennis and about what you need to know about him, so you are comfortable knowing that you still need to vote for him. We have to do it for Dennis. We have to make sure that we go across that finish line in a big way, because he was doing it for you. I know people say, well, you know, he had an ego, and he really didn't. He didn't. He was not an egotistical person. He was humble in many ways. Oh, sure, he was very outgoing, but that was just his personality. Hey, hi, Dennis Hoff, how are you? And he'd just start talking to people, no matter where you were. A restaurant, out on the street, didn't matter. He'd talk to you because he never met anyone he didn't know or like. I had a lady at the Fall Festival say to me, oh, there's Dennis. And I said, well, go say hi to him. She said, well, I met him once before, but I really don't know him. And I said, yeah, if you've met Dennis, you know him. I said, go say hi. He'd like to see you again. So she walked down and she said hi. I looked down there and there he was, giving her a hug and telling her how great everything was and talking to her. And she looked at me and went like that. Because everything about Dennis was a thumbs up. So when I say to you, Nye County, we have to come together. We have to hold our hands together. I have to hold my heart together and hold hands with you and know that we've lost a great guy, a man with vision, a man with a heart that would have helped us. But we have to keep moving forward, and we have to fulfill what he saw. And I know what his vision was because I worked hand in hand with him every day. Saving your water, saving your taxes, saving your guns, saving the wild horses. We've got to do it for Dennis, and we're going to take a break. When I come back, Joe Berdinsky's going to be here, and we're going to explain what this means. We'll be right back.